Welcome to the Master Conspiracy Channel. I created this channel to help like-minded people research things that normal people seem to ignore. I will be giving my interpretations on many different subjects, some that might turn out to be incorrect, and others that seem to have some weight in the matter. Regardless, please feel free to follow along. I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel and also click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. With that being said, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get to it. I am starting this channel with the biggest theory in existence. This theory has its tendrils in almost every other theory in existence today. I am talking, of course, about the New World Order. I am torn on this subject, due to the fact that some of it can be proven to be incorrect, and other parts that cannot. I will take you through each piece of this conspiracy and instruct you on my beliefs. Let's start with what I believe to be some incorrect beliefs. Number 1, Novus Ordo Seclorum. This is the big one for most conspiracy theorists out there. Most theorists will say that this translates directly to New World Order, and they would be wrong. It actually translates to New Order of the Ages and actually points to the beginning of the United States and its independence from England. The United States wanted to show that they were a new nation and separated from the tyranny of England. Number 2, the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill. Most theorists think that this symbol is a Masonic symbol on the dollar bill. In all actuality, this symbol is actually the eye of God looking out for the United States in divine providence. Number 3, it used to be that not many people believed in the New World Order, but I think that this has gained more and more attention as time goes on. People are seeing, especially with the invention of the cell phone, everything that is happening worldwide, and it is scary. The world is becoming a smaller and smaller place. We have the ability to know what is happening around the world with the push of a button, and that is scaring the people in the shadows. The genie is out of the bottle, as they say. Now, there are some websites and people who state that conspiracy theorists are a bunch of nutbags, that we're all crazy. I will state that I don't believe that. I believe that we have a profound insight into things that are going on. Let me give you a quote from one of those websites, and I quote, "When you look into New World Order conspiracy theories, most, if not all, have Bible thumping in them. This comes from a page in the book of Revelation stating a new world order will occur for 7 years, and then Jesus returns and defeats the Antichrist, and then we all live happily ever after, except for a brief list of people. So let's say the NWO theory is right, and it happens. Would it obviously prove the Bible? No. That would be an example of affirming the consequent. Yes, the Bible states there will be a new world order, but just because one happens does not mean the entire Bible automatically is true. In whole, this is the argument presented by conspiratards. If the Bible is true, then there will be a new world order. There will be a new world order, therefore the Bible is true. This thinking is, shall I say, degrading at best. I am a Christian, so I take particular interest in this. Let's start with the first part. Revelation 13:7 states that power will be given to the Antichrist over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Daniel 7:23 tells of a world governmental system ruled by the Antichrist. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. The prophecy then states that this world government will rule the world until the second coming. Nowhere in the Bible do the words New World Order exist. Yes, in the Bible, the enemy will rise up, and although I believe that the entire span will be 7 years, everybody will not live happily ever after. Actually, the amount of people who will continue their existence in heaven will be in the minority, and not the quote-unquote brief list of people that the site mentions. The rest of this quote is the writer's attempt to convert people to his belief system that Jesus and God do not exist. And if you want to believe him, then that is between you and God. I look at it this way. I believe in God. If I am wrong, then what happens when I die? Nothing. I tried to live my life in the best manner, and I simply fade into nothing. But if a non-believer is wrong and God does exist, then I don't think I want to be on the receiving end of what happens. Let's continue on. Let's discuss these things that could possibly be true. Number 1, time is our friend and our enemy. In the small scale, when you want something to happen for your benefit, it happens very quickly. When you want to buy a car or own a house or get married, it happens very quickly in the big scheme of things. That is the human nature. When you want something, especially when you want it badly, you will try everything you can to get it as quickly as possible. The New World Order, whoever they are playing the long game. The game that they are playing takes centuries to come to fruition. Here is a very brief timeline of the Illuminati, not counting the wars that have been waged. On May 1st, 1776, in Ingolstadt, Germany, the Illuminati was founded. On March 2nd, 1785, in Munich, Germany, the Illuminati was publicly disbanded. Fast forward to the founding of the U.S. Federal Reserve System that occurred on December 23rd, 1913. On January 10th, 1920, the founding of the League of Nations occurred. Founding of the World Bank in 1944. Founding of the United Nations, October 24th, 1945. Founding of the International Monetary Fund, March 1st, 1947. Founding of the World Health Organization, April 7th, 1948. The founding of NATO, April 4th, 1949. The establishment of the European Union, November 1st, 1993. And founding of the World Trade Organization, January 1st, 1995. Number 2, mass surveillance. If you want to rule the people, you must know where they are at. 2 things are being done at this time to achieve this goal. Number 1, surveillance. Everywhere you look, there are cameras. As a matter of fact, are you aware that they can hack into your computer at any time and watch you through the camera if you have one? All of my computers at home have tape over the camera and the little microphones. Number 2, RFID. I will get more into depth about RFID in a later video, but suffice to say, this is a microchip that is placed under the skin. It will allow you to buy and sell things. It can be used as a key to allow access to areas, and it is used right now as a way to identify pets that are lost. It is my opinion that the New World Order and the people who are attempting to start it on a global scale are already being talked about. If you are a theorist, then you already know who these people are. They are the Bilderberg Group. The following is from the Bilderberg website, and you can access that site by going to www.bilderbergmeetings.org. On that website, you will find an About page, and on that page is the following. Since its inaugural meeting in 1954, the Bilderberg meeting has been an annual forum for informal discussions designed to foster dialogue between Europe and North America. Every year, approximately 130 political leaders and experts from industry, finance, labor, academia, and the media are invited to take part in the meeting. About 2/3 of the participants come from Europe and the rest from North America. 1/3 from politics and government and the rest from other fields. The meeting is a forum for informal discussions about major issues. The meetings are held under the Chatham House Rule, which states that participants are free to use the information received, but neither the identity nor the affiliation of the speakers nor of any other participant may be revealed. Thanks to the private nature of the meeting, the participants take part as individuals rather than in any official capacity, and hence are not bound by the conventions of their office or pre-agreed positions. As such, they can take time to listen, reflect, and gather insights. There is no detailed agenda, no resolutions are proposed, no votes are taken, and no policy statements are issued. Interesting, to say the least. On to further information. There were 2 presidents who discussed the New World Order and attempted to warn us about its existence. I have snippets, which I will play for you now. The first is speaking to the American Newspapers Publishers Association on April 27, 1961. John Kennedy shined a light on the inherent dangers with the concepts of secrecy, concealment, and censorship, going so far as to call them repugnant.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
And now is a video of President George Bush Sr. giving a speech on Kuwait and the First Gulf War.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
These are just two of the many voices out there that were and are still trying to warn us. It becomes more and more apparent that people are becoming more and more understanding of the possibility of a new world order. As I move forward, you will notice that most of the other big conspiracy theories are connected in some way or other to the new world order. This concludes my first video on conspiracy theories. I ask that you do not believe everything that I've told you in this video. I also ask that you research all of this information on your own and come to your own conclusions. I also gratefully thank you for clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of my new videos when they come out. And in the famous words of the X-Files, the truth is out there.